Mics, check. Music cued, check. Presenters ready. Well, 2 out of 3's not bad. This is TigerTails Radio.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone else in between, and welcome to another delightful, delectable, and otherwise entertaining episode of TigerTails Radio. For it is I, TK Tiger, here once again with the noise for 90 minutes in your ear holes as we enjoy TigerTails Radio Season 16, Episode 39. The countdown to the end intensifies. And I've paid the maths budget, so I know when the season's going to end too. Go, ooh. But I am very nearly alone in this cavalcade of chaos tonight, for we have with us, hailing all the way from somewhere in Wales, they can say whether or not they want to announce where they are. It is Charleston.
Hello, I'm in the west bit.
There we go. Not up in Clonvipas where it gets called Gareth and Droth Concilio Goga Goch, though.
No, that's north.
Yeah.
Very north.
Well, it's northwest.
There's two halves of Wales. There's the north half and the south half, and then a whole middle of nothing called Powys. The reason Powys County is so huge is because no one lives there.
I see. It's just hills.
Yeah, pretty much. And roads.
Oh, fair enough. Can't argue with that. Hills and roads. Yeah, but that is your cast tonight. As you can see, It's a bumper cast list filled to the gills with two people. Yeah. Xavier and Hedgie are away. Hedgie is rather ill, so yes, we'll all send our love to Hedgie and hope he gets better soon. And hopefully we'll be seeing Xavier next week. And Jennifer Buckgirl says, hey, the Valleys boys, or boils. So you can polish that up, Justin. That's beyond my capabilities as a mere Englishman living in the mere England.
You know, I've lived in Wales ever since I was 8 years old. I'm 31 now. I don't think I've ever actually heard a Welsh person say boyo.
Really?
That is a stereotype.
Oh, a North Wales stereotype or a South Wales stereotype?
I'm going to guess this is the one that's shared between the two halves.
Oh, okay. A Paris stereotype. One in the middle.
Yeah, you got me thinking now. It's a country of two halves. That is very much also in base of the languages. If you learn Welsh language in Wales, it will often have a sub-menu. You have to learn the North dialect or the South dialect. Now you're going to be wondering, what dialect is Powys? Which one is it?
Ooh. Maybe it's a bit...
Powys,
is it a central?
please let us know.
Is there a third dialect? The mystery hidden dialect, which just covers the largest chunk.
Well, there is a third dialect. It's called Swansea, but that's besides the point.
I am sensing shade.
But Swansea just has the most English accent of all the Welsh accents.
Well, I suppose that's where it's not even where the train kicks out, because the train kicks out to Cardiff. So...
No, but they had quite a lot of trade with the English back in the day, and that's how they sort of merged.
I see. Back in the
But
day.
We're wondering in Paris now. Is it northern, is it southern, or is it like a weird mishmash
Blend.
between the two?
Who knows? We shall have to do some investigative digging and find out.
Yeah, if anyone is listening, born and bred in Paris, please let us know. I'm really curious to know now.
If anybody is listening, please let us know. I'm really curious to know. Yeah. Small cast, small audience. That's the way we do it on this season. But yes, I suppose it's probably time that we should investigate the concept of doing the segments at least, because, while the others are away, we can play. So let us play the jingle.
This is TigerTails Radio. And now let's catch up with the cast. This is Review of the Week.
And I might as well start so I can finish setting up the Jackbox game while Justin does his section. But my week hasn't been too bad. The weekend before the previous show was okay, and then the show happened, and then work. So much work.
But the dreaded work.
I know. Gotta love work. I've missed my time off. I'm not due to get any more time off for a while, although I do have one random day coming up on the 28th, because I've got to do some things for Mother's flat, so I've had to book the day off for that. So that will be entertaining, because we're going to have to get an energy certificate thing, so we can actually get one step closer to being able to sell that bloody place. It's only been about 15 odd years or so. We'll get there in the end. It will be sold. Whether or not we'll make any money out of it once the council have taken their chunk, I don't know, but we shall find out. But yes, this week has not been a particularly busy week. There's been a spot of Minecraft as per normal. We did the roleplay as per normal. That was good fun. We had a big fight against gnolls, which is the first time our group's encountered gnolls, and kind of could have got our ass kicked, but one of our party managed to find a very good intimidate off and made life slightly easier for the rest of us. But yeah, that was a good time. I enjoyed that thoroughly. And then the weekend happened, and the weekend was mostly spent avoiding all of the household chores because I just couldn't be bothered. And it's like, well, I did some chores because you've got to do some when you've got the time off. But mostly it was a case of I could do X, Y, or Z, but it's raining and the weather's miserable and I don't really fancy it. So I'm just going to languish and either catch up on YouTube, play lots of Minecraft, or all of the above. And it was generally quite a peaceful week. I did get some writing done during the week. That was nice. Not too much, but a bit. I've got some reading done because during the week I did take receipt of a book. A book kindly donated by Monsieur Charleston, who said, "Hey, this book is interesting. Why don't you have a read and see what he..." Well, he was basically saying, "I need someone else to read this because I don't want to anymore." And I was like, "I'll have a go. Why not?" So we finally found out a way to ship things to me without them getting stolen, which is nice because Charleston did send me a thing which got stolen, which we were all sad about. But we've now found a way around that. So, ha-ha! If anything else, one good thing did come out of this whole book shenanigan. But I'm not going to show the book on stream yet. I might do a review for it for Done and Dusted if I manage to get through it. And it's, yeah, I think that's an apt phrase, get through it. Yeah, it's certainly not a page turner. Let's put it that way for the time being. That's a kind of your preamble for the forthcoming review one day. And Charleston can chip in with the contributions of the bit that he's read too, because it's an adventure. Let's say that. It's an anthology. It's a collection of short stories, so they're not interconnected. It's lots of mini plots going on, and
it's not a pop-up. I wish it was a pop-up.
It would have been better if it was a pop-up, especially in some scenes, I'd imagine. But that's another story. But yes, that's mostly been my week. It's not been the most interesting or kind of thought-provoking week, really. It's been a case of I'm going to relax, going to chill, going to play Minecraft, because my darling lover Pop has the Minecraft realm, and I'm going to play the shit out of it. We did do some Minecrafting adventures on the weekend. Xavier came and joined us, just randomly. Xavier was on the server, we all joined. And we went off, well, he went exploring, got completely lost. So we kind of started to embark on a rescue mission, because he discovered the jungle biome, which is what we've been looking for, because we want Coco. Or at least we wanted Coco, because we bimbled on over to where he was, roughly. We didn't actually get to see him. He was too far deep in the jungle. But we kind of skirted on the outskirts of the jungle and found Coco, found some animals, and we're like, right, we're bringing all this home. And so we turned tail and fled and left him in the jungle. So...
Aww.
And he took a bed with him, or he made a bed while he was in the jungle, so he reset his spawn point. So whenever he dies, he respawns in the jungle. So I don't know if he's going to make his way back to the base, or if he's going to go deeper exploring and get completely lost, or what have you. But my plan is now, build a railway line to the jungle, because the jungle has lots of wonderful resources that I want to steal. And, oh, Shade says, he has new panda friendo now. Yes, he does have panda friends. I didn't see the pandas. I missed them. But I'm going to Isambard Kingdom Brunel my way to the jungle, and then I can probably stick them in a minecart and port them home somehow, because that'll be funny. And I've still got to go and do that for the ice biome we found as well. But there's mini adventures in Minecraft. It's not a huge amount going on. We do have chocolate now, which is the important thing. I made a little chocolate farm, and now we have a little wheat farm and chocolate farms. We've made cookies. And so we have a cookie shop, which you can see in the TigerTails Gaming portion of the Discord. There's a cake and cookie shop. And I've been filling it full of cookies. Because I thought, well, I've got all these cocoa beans, we've got all this wheat. Why not make cookies? Because cookies are tasty. So, but yeah, overall, highlight of the week has been attempting to read book, playing Minecraft, listening to music, and just generally doing a spot of writing and chilling. Not a huge exciting week, I'm sorry. I've stretched this out for as long as I humanly possibly can now. Justin, good luck. You've only got 20 minutes to fill.
Oh, Oh, well, that should be okay. I mean, most of my review of the week is going to be ranting. That's what I seem to do every time on the Rant of the Week, Review of the Week nowadays, because I have rant about work.
Is this going to be Rant of the Week?
Well, yeah, I was just scrolling back through some of my chats, which are effectively kind of like my diary in a weird way nowadays, for some reference. Yeah, let's talk about what happened on Friday. Because Friday was the first of 2 12-hour shifts in a row. Yeah. So, for the most part on Friday, it was actually going quite smoothly. I got in the morning, got on with my jobs. Everything happened in the order it pretty much should happen. And then the afternoon came. And actually, no. Let's backtrack a little bit before then.
There was still some morning.
There
was still some morning.
Yes. So, about 10 o'clock-ish, I think it was, one of the higher-ups came in. Pardon me having a little belch. I'm drinking something rather fizzy.
Ooh, what's on the drinks menu today? He said, completely sidetracking you for a second.
It is, can I show the brand?
Yeah, you can show the brand. We're not sponsored.
It's Schweppes Ginger Beer.
Ooh, I like ginger beer.
Yes.
Sorry, I just read Discord.
This story has nothing to do with licking, okay?
Shades has asked, what did he lick this week?
Nothing.
How many licks does it take to get to the centre of Charleston?
Shut it.
Carry on.
So about 10 o'clock, one of the higher-ups came in and said that in one of the departments, there were some people having a meeting with one of the nurses. Could I set up a trolley for them with like tea, coffee, water, just a few little biscuits? I said, okay, that'd be all right. When do you need it for? Now. Well, right now, whilst I'm dishwashing. Yes, right now. Okay, I had to pause and get that done. Send that over and got that done. Rest of the morning was pretty much as it should have been. Carried on. At about 4 o'clock-ish, somehow 2 trolleys arrived. The one that I set up and another one that came out of nowhere from the same department. So I had to pause what I was doing to get those cleaned down, which takes longer than it looks to when you find out, doing this sort of job. But I did that. I tried to carry on. Oh, yeah, another thing I should say. I seem to be the one person in the kitchen who actually cleans the floor. There are some who try to mop the floor, but I'm the only one who actually cleans the floor. I make it look better than it did before it was treated. Everyone else mops it to the extent that either looks like nothing's been done or it somehow looks worse.
That's impressive.
Yeah. So, I've got photo evidence of that too, but I'm not going to share it. So, I thought, it's been a while since I've done an afternoon shift. I usually do it on Sunday afternoons because it's the quietest shift.
Yep.
But it was a Friday. I thought, I'm not in on Sunday afternoon. I'll give this floor a bit of a birthday. So I started trying to do that and give it a proper clean and make it look actually maybe not as good as new, but at least something
better.
That if you drop food on it, you'd still be safe to eat it afterwards. You shouldn't anyhow, but you'll probably live.
Well, 3-second rule.
I thought it was 5-second rule.
Oh, either way.
There's it's a whatever second rule.
What surprises me is it's actually a thing. It was actually, they put it to the test, and the 3 or 5 seconds, whatever it is quick enough to retrieve item from floor before all the bacteria from the floor latch on. So it's still safe within that period. Who'd have thunk?
Indeed, who would have thunk? I'm just wanting there with a GIF.
Nobody's gifts in channel.
So yeah, I was halfway through getting the floor done when 5 o'clock came. Now 5 o'clock is the time that the dinner service starts. And at 5 o'clock, that means to say that I got to take some of the food out of the main trolley and take it over to the other 2 units further away to put into their trolleys so they can serve themselves. Except exactly at 5 o'clock, we had a phone call, and one of the carers answered it and passed a message on to us that a resin day hadn't been done. Now, one of the things we have to do that isn't cooking is we are given devices, we call them devices, in reality they're bricked Samsung phones.
Okay.
That are used so that we could type like different data about them, like what the carers used to have to use them all the time and have one each. But they have to type things like, where did somebody get up? Where did somebody go to the toilet? What TV were they watching? Did they do anything else that day? They're basically Big Brother. We kitchen staff, thankfully, have the less to do with it. All we have to do is one resident of the day, judged by room number. We have to say what their favourite food is, interview them, and ask them about the quality of the food that they're getting. And that's it. That's all we do with it. And we do that for about, at most, 3 residents each day because there's 3 departments and room numbers tend to cross over. So got a phone call at 5 o'clock saying that the resident of the day for Tuesday hadn't been done. Can you go and do that before we get alarm bells ringing? So I was like, okay. 20 seconds later, I haven't got 20 fingers, 2 and 0. We get another phone call. Oh, sorry, these other 2 rooms of the day haven't been done from the Wednesday. Can you do those as well, please? Okay. And then 20 seconds later, another phone call saying that 2 more residents of the day hadn't been done from the Thursday. Can you do those as well, please? Eventually, I told the carer, can you just give me the phone, please, and I take down notes as to who these are? Because it's getting a bit silly having 5 land on us all at once, which somehow haven't been done. We assume that we've been telling another colleague to do them, but she doesn't know how to use the device properly and may have been typing. Well, there's 2 options here. She's been typing it, but not saving it, or she's been lying to our faces. It's either one of those options.
Was it Occam's razor that says never attribute to malice what can easily be attributed to incompetence?
Yeah, that's true. So we're I don't want to say innocent until proven guilty, stupid until proven guilty, shall we say?
Glug.
Yeah. So that gets us, and then right as I'm about to leave and go and get this done, I then get asked by a carer to make a cheese and onion sandwich. We have no cheese and onion in the fridge. I have to make it fresh. And then after I make that sandwich and take the food down to the units, which are by now late, we then realise that the food taken down to one of the units is only about half of what should have been taken. That was because the kitchen assistant turned into trainee chef had put some of the food in the wrong place and I hadn't spotted it. So I had to race all the way back to the other end of the home, into the kitchen, to get that food. And I realised that some was missing from the middle unit as well. So I take that all the way back down and put those into the separate trolleys to keep them all at peace before they all started asking why everyone was hungry. And then I go down to the very opposite end of the home to pick up a device, sign myself in with my details, find the residents. Carer very kindly just told me what they ate. We should have interviewed the residents themselves, but time was of the essence at this point. I just had to ask the carer and got their details. But did all that, but then the 5 done and they're saved. So I then log out the device, walk back down to put it into the charger, come back. Another phone call. Oh, can you do this one as well, please?
No. Go away.
Well, it gets better than that. So I'm like, okay. So I walk back down to the other end. I grab the same device as before, which is on charge. I come back to the kitchen. I sign myself in. I find the resident. It has been done. I see their details right there. It's been done. And I'm not doing it twice. And Kevin advised me, you know what, Clay, just hang on to it for now. Leave it to the end of the day to put it back.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. Yeah, that happened after the chef left. That made me all very delayed trying to get everything done. So then came to 7:30. 7:30 at the time I was supposed to be leaving the shift. But I was still finishing off the floor at this point because I started it and I'm not going to leave the job half done.
Yep.
Because it will look half done. At 7:30, I get a phone call from one of the units saying, oh, we haven't got any biscuits. Can you bring it over, please? And I said, try to explain, well, that's because I've been focusing on the floor instead, because that's a bit more important. And she said, you know what, just put some out for me. I'll pick it up on the way down. So I do that. I then get the floor finished off. I get all the paperwork done. Pardon me for having a little belch. I didn't end up leaving work until 8:30 that night.
Nice.
A whole hour after I was supposed to finish. Also considering that I arrived half an hour earlier than I was scheduled to arrive. meaning I did a fantastic 13.5-hour shift on Friday.
Well done, you.
Yeah, I was in quite a lot of pain by the end of it, I must say.
Did you get overtime?
I hope so. I better. Usually, we'll see if they casually forget at this point.
You have to go, excuse me, but...
Yeah. So then I come home, and my partner's here, and I'm not going to share his news because it's private, but he has some bad news, and that makes the day a bit sad. But then comes the day after. Actually, was it the day after? Yeah, it was the day after. So I've told people here about the head of housekeeping before, who became an acting chef when one of the bar chefs got fired, and how much hard work this acting chef / head of housekeeping created for us, and how we all ended up hating them. Yeah, they are one of the people who've actually now moved over to be a head carer in the furthest unit. And on the Saturday, they left for 3 weeks because they quote of having surgery, which we don't know what that surgery is. That's just the excuse they've given. And also, the head manageress happens to be on holiday at this point as well. I forget exactly when the head manageress went on holiday, but she's been gone for about a week now. Every person, and I mean every single person in the home, use this, knowing that they could do so safely, as an opportunity to all share a jolly good rant about how much they hate the head of housekeeping. I do mean every single person. All we heard all day was, oh, don't mention that name, and, oh, you know what they did, they did da-da-da, and we could exchange stories. It became quite clear to us that, as individually victimized as we all felt, we were all not alone in this. Yeah, this person has generated quite a lot of enemies. And even as I was getting changed to leave that day, I had actually left on time on the Saturday, thankfully.
Nice.
I overheard 2 carers having a little chat with each other whilst they were waiting for the clock to strike 8 so they could sign out. Takes me a bit of time to get changed because I have to change into and out of uniform. And they were saying, well, we're going to have to write to the regional manager because obviously our manager's not going to do anything about it. I didn't hear what it is, but we can all guess what it is. So I'm thinking to myself, I think I better get my complaint letter in pretty quick. I've been working on it for about 2 months now. Time was of the essence. So I thought, Monday, I got a whole day off. Just get it done. And I actually started just reading it over late last night on the Sunday, just checking that I didn't have any massive typos, and that things were more or less coherent, and also if I could shorten sentences that have been a bit made flowery that I could. Yeah, and today I thought I would focus on getting all the photo evidence to prove that A, yes I can cook, and B, yes I can clean, despite what the head of housekeeping may say about me. I didn't realize it was going to take me the whole darn day to do that, to get it all formatted into decent format, because I've got all these images from different sources. So they're either some are JPEG, some are PNG, some are Hike, well, however you pronounce it, the Apple one that created.
Oh, yeah.
They're all different dimensions as well. I thought, this is probably going to cause problems. I better get them all into the same format. And that took me a whole flipping day to do that, and also get them organized with notes as to what each photo actually was. But yeah, I got that all collected. I put them all to zips. I put it all into Google Drive, put it onto a link that is, I've checked, can be opened. And you told them on the email, if you can't open it, let me know, because it's important stuff you got to read here. I asked for my email to be a covering letter, and I hit the send button, and then I realized I typed the email address incorrectly.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so I then just copied and pasted all the text again, and did the same attachments, corrected the email address, and sent. It's done. I've been working on it for months.
And now it's out of your hands.
Yes. So we won't know what the results of this is. Hopefully this will be the start of the end, because this has been going on for far too long now. I mean, that chef was originally fired back in February.
Wow.
And we're now in October.
That's quite some time.
Yeah.
That's an impressively large amount of time.
Hopefully an impression love amount of everything as well.
Yeah, sounds it.
I mean, like I was saying, everybody, and I mean everybody, had something to say about this person. Yeah, so when I'm not alone on this anymore. If it comes back with an investigation, I think there will be a lot of testimonies, especially while they're away, and they could do it in safety, knowing that no one's going to look over their shoulder.
Yeah. It's all good.
This is going to be fun.
We should look forward to the updates.
Yeah.
But I think it is now time. Is everybody ready?
I think so. Yeah, that was a way to pad out 20 minutes.
Congratulations. You managed it. Right then, let's start with a slightly early Jackbox, only by 2 minutes, because, well, you need a drink break.
You've now reached the audience participation portion of the show. It's game time.
So I thought we'd have some weird of enormous proportions, because if I'm going to stand a chance of winning, it's going to be, well, we've got a quieter show.
So that's your trick, is it?
That's my logic. Whether or not it'll transpire that way remains to be seen. So come join me up in the mountain. We have a ranty rat. We have a Snow's Destiny. Who else is going to come join up in the mountain? We have a Jennifer Bat. Of course, we do have to leave it a little extra time because people aren't used to Jackbox being this early. I say this early, I mean on time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been a while.
We're used to actually being early. Often we're late with everything.
Well, that's what happens when you normally have 4 cast members. We have Mr. Fleeble. Will we have anyone else? Of course, everyone's now taking their time to get the quick drink in, put the kettle on, have a nice cup of tea. Ooh, so wouldn't say no to a nice cup of tea right now. And we have the room code of LSLJ, so you can head over to jackbox.tv, give yourself a fun username, enter in the room code, and come join us up in the mountaintop. And Charleston says, lusty singers like jukeboxes.
Do we know any lusty singers?
I was thinking more kind of licking spicy llama juice. Interpret
Yeah, but that's
that how
going
you
to
will.
perpetuate the licking meme that I don't want to be perpetuated.
Oh yeah, that's true. I suppose you could have liking spicy llama juice. Whatever spicy llama juice is, we'll leave that to your interpretations.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure I want to find out.
I guess we'll have to try and find some spicy llamas. How do you juice a llama? That's probably a Google image search for that. A blender.
Yeah.
Surely
Get
that'd
a
be
blender.
how to puree a spicy llama, surely.
But then you dilute it afterwards.
Ah, Shade says he thinks Berry Berry is a recipe for that. Probably. As long as the llama doesn't have a soggy bottom, it'll be fine. You. I've disturbed myself. On that note, I think I am going to start the game, because I think it's just going to be a small one tonight. And I have no objections to this. Let's let the wheel do its thing.
3. Yes. 2. 1.
Roll on my victory.
You have traveled to this sacred mountaintop, seeking answers from the all-knowing wheel of enormous proportions. You may now ask the wheel any one question that torments your very soul. Should you be chosen, your longing for truth will be satisfied, and your life forever changed.
I have asked my question.
Same here.
Plenty of time, people. No rush. You'll still have about 30 seconds by the time you hear this. Give or take. Just waiting on Mr. Fleeble. But there's no rush. Still got over 15. Oh, no. Doesn't need it.
Excellent.
We're in.
The wheel of enormous proportions will see you now.
You wanted your question answered, but a gorgeous, ravishing wheel is talking about trivia? What in the what? You're gonna take turns spinning me. And you get points if I land on your slice. Earn 20,000 points, and you'll be able to spin the winner wheel. But not just anyone can spin me. You have to prove yourself first. You have the chance to win points with these 2 slices. But your odds increase when you have more of them. So let's earn some by doing a little trivia, okay? Okay.
It's trivia time.
Question 1 works for me. Which of these are sedimentary rocks?
Oh, damn.
Just tap on the ones that fit the prompt.
Sediment. I think it turns to sand, doesn't it? I'm just going by guessing here, honestly.
Okay, what's some answers in?
But what about the answers? How many'd you get?
Oh, more than I thought. But Mr. Fleeble and
Impossible!
Ranty Rat has 9.
2 of you are more meeple than the rest. Take a slice. Acquaint yourself with question 2. What are the original Goosebumps titles?
Ah, shit.
Tap the answers that fit the prompt. Makes sense to
I've
me.
only ever read one Goosebumps book.
I don't think I've read.
When I read it.
I don't think I've read any.
You enjoy it if you're 10.
Yeah.
I mean, these all sound legit, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. It's like, you said all of them, and I'd go, yeah, I
That's
believe
it.
you.
And the answers were?
Oh,
How did
Stein,
you
isn't it, who
compare?
makes them?
I got so bad.
Are you kidding
I only
me?
got 2.
I got
You
4.
2 are a sight to behold. Here's a slice. This round wouldn't be complete without a question 3.
Power slice round.
You'll be typing your answers for this one.
Uh-oh.
What
type
rhymes
for this
with
one.
plush? 1-syllable common words only.
1-syllable common
There
words.
are
Oh, God.
13 correct
Jesus.
answers. Try to name them all before time runs out. When the winter snow melts, it turns into this gray nuisance.
Nope.
Oh, good, that's a word. Have I done that one already? No, I've done that one already. Okay. You counting that as a word? No, you're not counting that as a word. Okay. You count this as a word? Yes, you are. Good.
I need those answers in. Type quick.
What am I missing?
Oh, I've run out of time.
This is what you had to type.
Miss people do.
You
Oh,
get a
blush and
bonus
brush.
if you answered some no one else did.
Ooh. Mr. Fleeble does a win.
It looks like it's you. Are you ready for something shiny?
Power slice.
And no one
Acquaint
got smushed.
yourself with the power slice. You can stick it on my
That is
head
real
and
good.
spin me.
Apparently.
And since we're already talking about spinning, let's go.
I thought it was more smush than smush, but apparently it's smush according to this.
Americans.
Look at you up here, where your slices can finally be spun and score you some points. Choose the slots on my face to socket your
I said someone
slices.
argue with me on YouTube how to pronounce Dalek.
Just be careful. You split the points with everyone who shares a slot with you. The
Wow.
slot with the 2 and the X, that one's worth double. Unless every... You're gonna take turns spinning me. And the spinning process begins with you. Swipe the wheel on your... What a good thing for all of you.
Thank you.
The rat and the bat.
The power slice. It grows in number until you land on one.
Ooh, just me to
New
spin.
spinner.
Spin.
The anticipation of where I land is killing me.
Yeah, I get points.
All right, some points to line your pockets with. You're up.
Jennifer Bat does a spin. And gives points to
Two
Mr.
times the
Fleeble.
riches.
Oh man, that was
Oh,
a
that
double one
spinning
they
filled
put
up
on.
my spin meter, which can only mean it's time for the last spin of the round. Spin like it's your last spin of the round.
Mr. Fleeble, spin that wheel.
It's a pod share.
Thank you.
Not too shabby.
Ooh, I have the uncontrollable urge to flip over.
We're on course for a
Oh, looks
two-round
like
game.
I can double as a scoreboard.
Well,
Isn't
Mr.
that
Feeble has
unusual?
raised
You
the
need at
lead.
least 20,000 points to win. So why don't we scrape up some more points, all right?
Yeah, because I've been doing so
what
well
if
so
I
far.
were to slip you 2 new slices? Question 1 is the first of 3 questions. Which of these are different parts of a circle?
Oh, how did you get this?
I'm gonna be very disappointed if you don't get all of these. When you see an answer that fits the prompt, give it a little tap. That's what I would do. How about some answers, baby?
Okay, it's better than I thought.
I don't know.
How can you be smart like that? This calls for a slice.
Side, not a part of the circle. It's literally on one
Question
side.
2 kind of sneaks up on you, right? I'm gonna give you a series of clues
Uh-oh.
to help you answer this question. In what
I like
month
these
of the
ones.
year was I born? Yeah, I'm one of those it's my birthday month type of wheels. In the US, this is National Pizza Month, and in Catholicism, it is the month of the Holy Rosary. The birthstone for this month is opal, circular and shiny like me. People born during this month are either Libras or Scorpio. Let's get spooky. The fastest meeples win the most. Ooh, 2 of you little ones are on fire.
It
That's
was this
slice
bloody
worthy.
month, Of course it was.
And you, who did the best this round. 2 slices is better than 1.
Power
There's no
slice.
Jesse's gonna
Let's
jump
get
up
you a
quite bit.
power slice. Just do good on this last question, okay? You'll answer this one numerically. How old was Hanako, the oldest koi fish, rumored to be when she died?
How long did it usually live?
Answer with the keypad on your device and then tap submit. The player closest to the answer is who you want to be.
Please.
Oh, yeah, she got it.
Okay, show me the numbers. And the correct answer?
What?
You did just as good as each other? Nah. You is who I pick. I got a power slice with your name on it.
Power slice.
I missed a
You're
zero.
welcome. The knowledge of the universe is only a few spins away.
I googled the average lifespan, 25 to 35 years. I thought, oh, maybe about double that.
Look at you, up here where your slices
How did
finally
it to
pay
be in
off.
the 200s?
A slot with arrows will give you points if you're next to it. But I wonder how many of you will cozy up to it.
See, I went for 210, but it only gave me 21. I was sad about that.
Why don't you start things off?
Come on, Ranty Rat.
Oh, ooh.
Points!
Hey, that's something. It's your time to shine. Oh, that is fun. You split the pot with everyone on a slice next to this one. It's your turn.
Me to spin.
This is gonna be the spin to tell your grandkids about.
That's not.
You spun me and I stopped on the power slice. Slice owner, get your booty over here. You won the pot! But wait, there's more! You and the others are gonna pick a slice. If you pick one that no one else does, you win the pot again.
That should be easy.
Yeah, there's only 5 of us.
Yeah.
But there's only 4 of us that have to hide it, so...
Time's almost up on this challenge. Let's see what you all picked. You win the challenge! Everyone else is jealous, I could tell. With those points, you get to spin the winner wheel.
It's winner wheel
If you
time.
can spin and land on one of your slices, then you win. But land on one of the skulls, and we still have a game to play. Will this be the winning spin? Put your back into it.
And they won. First spin.
Congratulations!
As promised, I will now answer the question that you've always struggled with.
Oh.
Spin me! You've come all this way to answer this question!
Is the Saints going down?
Spin the wheel.
Oh, well, then whether they're marching in.
Oh, not a chance.
Huzzah! The wheel has spoken!
Well, that'll please Jennifer back. So, we have some questions that may never be answered. Me, will I stand a chance at winning the next game? Apparently not. Ranty Rat, will my colleague who everyone hates be given the sack? Hopefully. Jennifer Bat, open reach, finish my full fight before Christmas. You'll be lucky. Mr. Fleeble, is spicy llama juice a thing? Not yet. There's always a yet. You never know. Could become a thing. Maybe that's our big break. TigerTails Radio's spicy llama juice.
I'm just picturing that becoming a brand. How would you design the can?
Well, I always have a picture of a llama on it. Maybe a spicy llama. The question is it spicy because they're putting hot takes on social media, or is it spicy because it's full of heat? Is it eating peppers?
You have to ask the llama that.
The look of concentration on Charleston's face right now. That's a posing question, apparently. Right, have you got anything for Done and Dusted?
Yes.
Wonderful. While I change the Jackbox games, you can do a quick Done and Dusted. Sounds like a fair trade to me.
Yeah.
It's that time where the cast of TigerTails Radio review stuff badly. This is Done and Dusted.
Bit of nerdy Done and Dusted this week. There we go. Might need to find a third Jackbox game. Right, the floor is yours, Mr. Charleston. Yep, the floor is definitely yours. Quickly double check. So...
Good. Right. Okay, let's do this. So, yeah, I have read another book. Not the same one that TK is reading. That will be done at its own time.
Oh, yes.
The book I've been reading is Squeak Thief by Kyle Gold. Just checking the name.
Yes.
It's not one I'm usually familiar with. But yeah, I bought this at a Furrycon I recently went to. I've taken my time and I got through it all. So, yep, I shall give you the overview of it. So the main story, in the simplest terms, is Bryce is a fox and a career criminal. Chris is a very wealthy, has a very wealthy background and is a rat, hence Squeak Thief.
Makes sense.
And Kyle wants Bryce's help in order to perform this jewel heist in a museum exhibition that's happening later down the line, and steal a priceless necklace by switching it with a dummy one. And as they make this plan and eventually execute it, they start to develop feelings for one another. And I'll leave it there. That's effectively what the story is. Now, if I'm being totally honest, the reason I bought this book in the first place was because of the cover. And it wasn't only because it was rodent themed. I swear that wasn't the only reason that I bought it, because it was rodent themed.
We believe you.
Please. No, the main reason I bought it, I know they say you should never judge a book by its cover, but I did judge a book by its cover because this is very clearly inspired by the work of Sal Bass. Now, Sal Bass, if that name is familiar to you, he did the posters and some of the title graphics for Alfred Hitchcock movies and many of the movies back in the day, such as West Side Story. That angular style that you see in the posters, that's all down to Bass. And this is obviously very clearly inspired by him if you look at the posters and compare them side by side.
Well, you say obviously. I mean... Carl is actually in the Discord. I mean, he's not available for the show right now, but he's in the Discord. Have you actually asked him?
I don't need to ask him. I could see that the inspiration behind this.
It could just be a happy coinkydink.
But even if the illustrator, let's see the illustrator's name, Bread. Even if Bread didn't know the name Sal Bass, I can see, just looking at this, they were inspired by Sal Bass, because Sal Bass has had a big influence in terms of the movie poster look.
Subconscious influence.
Yeah. So yeah, I know you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but I like the cover now. I want to see more art like this. I want to see more furry art inspired by other artists and not just the typical 3D, slightly horny cartoon look. I'd like to see more like this. So if there are any other artists who want to experiment like that, please go ahead, because I'd be glad to see it. I mean, some of my earliest furry art was inspired by Kandinsky. But yeah, enough about the cover. Let's actually talk about the story that's inside it. I like the characters in it. Obviously, there are two main characters in it, both Bryce and Kyle. The fox and the not Kyle. What was his name? Chris, rather. Starts with a K. Yeah, Bryce and Chris, the fox and the wolf, respectively. The fox and the mouse, respectively. There is a wolf in there, but a very different character. Yeah, the book focuses a lot on those two in particular because, yeah, it's effectively a romance that develops between them. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say how it ends, but I'm going to say that they do start to develop feelings for one another. And yeah, I like it that it focuses mostly on those two, and everyone else is very clearly a side character. And also I like it how their personalities are not species locked, by which I mean, you think like a rodent, for example, is typically quite sort of feeble scurries a lot, has a bit of a fondness for cheddar. And it doesn't really do that. These characters are very much written character first, species after, and they don't have clear correlations based on stereotypes, which I quite like. It's telling me that Gold here is thinking of these characters as characters and not as archetypes, and I really appreciate that. That's part of what my episode is based on. People like that I'm a dapper rodent because they don't usually see dapper rodents; they usually see filthy rodents. Also, I would say, like most fairy fiction, this does have a lot of sex in it, but I actually don't mind it so much. Usually I steer more towards SFW content as opposed to NSW content. But the reason I don't mind it here is because I feel like it was handled well. And what I mean by that is the sex isn't all porn. It's not all depicted as being euphoric. The opening sex scene in this is actually quite boring. And it actually shows that, yes, sex can be very uninteresting if it's for someone that you don't really have any feelings for. And I appreciate that it's used to actually properly tell the story. It's not just there to be something to fap to. It's actually part of the narrative, and it actually does develop the characters and create this world that we live in. So I actually really appreciate the way it's done here. I'm going to follow on with what I'm going to call subjective critiques, because they're things that I personally have a bit of an issue with, but I think most other people either won't or won't even really care that much about. This is much more based on personal preference. For one thing, the chapters in this are quite lengthy. For a book this thick, it has only 9 chapters and 1 epilogue, and a prologue as well. And that makes it quite the length of time you got to go to before you get to the end of one chapter and the start of the next. And what I usually do when I'm reading is I like to be in bed and read for about half an hour before dropping off to sleep. These chapters will easily take you about, or at least take me about an hour to get through, and I would have preferred it if the chapters were divided up, and there were points where I felt like they could be quite clearly divided up. The last chapter in particular is particularly lengthy because the last chapter focuses almost entirely on the heist as it happens, and I thought this would have been better broken up into maybe 3 different chapters as opposed to all one massive chapter. Like I said, you might not mind that depending on the speed at which you read. I personally would have preferred them chopped up a bit better. Another thing I wasn't overly keen on, this is not a fault on the author, to be clear, this is a fault on Fur Planet, the publishers, but the margins in here are quite thin. They're quite narrow, and it means there's quite a lot of text on the page to get through.
You see, that would appeal to me.
Good for you. I like wider margins. I like it to have a spacious read.
I mean, if we use the book, I need to make sure I find the... let's just find an innocent page. Here we go. If we flick back to the book that you got, you sent to me, he said, when the mouse wakes up so I can actually change camera angles. Yeah, these are some wide-ass margins. There is so much white space. You could have a party in here. It's like, would it not hurt just to push it out a little bit each side? So it's not like I'm reading a book, not a column. Would that be too much to ask?
Well, I will say to you that book in particular has 2 wide margins, in my opinion.
Yes.
We need something that's in between this and yours.
Oh, hang on. I might have another book here. I do have another book. Who'd have thunk a writer reads?
I know, crazy, right?
Yeah. I mean, this one, for the size of the book, isn't too bad, he says, flicking back. We have some white space, but there's still a good spread of text on page. But,
yeah, I'd say that's more like it.
So it's kind of a moderate, but not. I mean, I get a bit of thumb in there, just like it's a thumbnail's margin for the size of the text. Whereas the other book has quite large font, and I can get an entire knuckle in there. So that is wrong camera. That is too much to ask. That is too much margin.
Well, I suppose nothing else. It gives you plenty of room to write notes in.
I suppose you could annotate, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it may sound like a petty thing to critique, but typography does play a big part in reading because it's sort of the backbone that you don't see. It does make a difference even if you don't realise it makes a difference. And like I said, this isn't on Carl Gold's fault. This is on the publisher's fault. I personally would have preferred it if it had wider margins and maybe slightly wider leading. But yeah, like I say, this is more subjective. If other people might enjoy that. Obviously, TK might enjoy that. Good for you.
Yeah.
Another thing, the text. There's a lot of things where characters are texting between each other. They're all done in italics, and I do prefer that to show that this is dialogue that isn't spoken out loud. There's also a lot of times the characters are thinking things, but they're not in italics, and I would have preferred it if those were italics as well as the text messages, with maybe the prose making it clear which is text and which is thinking out loud. Well, maybe not thinking out loud, but knowing what there's going on in their heads.
Yeah, in a monologue.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Again, that's more subjective. You might not mind that. I personally think to myself, any dialogue that isn't spoken out loud or whispered should really be in italics to show that it is dialogue. That's just my personal thoughts on it. And also, as much as I love the cover art, if I just do like a very quick flick through this book, you'll see it is not illustrated at all. Not a single illustration on the inside.
You don't need illustrations.
Well, no, but it would have been nice to have more of this style of art inside it.
Yeah, but art costs money, darling. And as a poor, starving author myself, well, I say wannabe author, yeah, I'm not going to have illustrations when I publish anything, if I ever publish anything, because I can't afford that.
I suppose really it depends on the text, whether or not I want illustrations. But it would have been nice to get more art like this, more Bass style art, especially considering that Bass's style, it doesn't require shading. It's all flat outlines. So you could quite easily make it for cheap.
I think Colin Dan has ruined you. You've been spoiled by many illustrations.
Oh, dear. I'm not saying it has to be like every other page, but maybe like one per chapter. That would have done. I'd be happy with that. There's 9 chapters in here that have been 9 illustrations in total. That's enough. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, one of the books I reviewed previously, what was it called? It was a transformation book. Adjective Species. Yeah, that included one illustration by one of my favorite artists in the fandom, for the record, per short story, and I was happy with that. That's all I needed, and I was happy to see those illustrations each time. So I don't ask for that much, okay?
I mean, are you looking for kind of Jacqueline Tedmar illustrations here, or it's like random character or kind of massive spoiler for something that's going to happen in about 4 chapters time?
No, the illustrations in that book, Adjective Species, they did correlate with the scenes that were happening as they happened. They did match. So yeah, that's all the subjective criticisms. I do have one criticism of this, which I think is much more objective.
Oh, okay.
For the lack of adverbs it has, there is a lot of telling and not showing in this. There is a lot of just explaining the plot and what the characters are thinking and their histories without really making it feel organic in the universe created. And I've actually got a little tab here to read a little demonstration.
Oh, we're having an excerpt.
This is the first few lines of chapter 2. Bryce liked museums, especially when they were free, and he'd been to the shore once or twice, but had never scouted a museum. They tended to display one-of-a-kind items, the kind that didn't sell easily, and the people who would buy items like that and wanted someone to steal them did not, as a rule, come to Bryce. But it did mean that Bryce hadn't dreamed a little here and there, and nothing else of this job, and he was about 50% sure that it was going to happen. At least he got to case the shore. There is so much information in there that I would have preferred to be sort of drip-fed to us through the narrative. I mean, Bryce enjoying museums. That could be easily solved with Bryce visiting museums and saying, "Oh, I do enjoy a nice museum." Or Bryce dreaming a little here and there. That could have been established in a conversation between Bryce and another character, preferably Chris. I prefer this sort of information to be drip-fed to us through the story as opposed to just dumped on us all at once. And there's quite a lot of moments where the information is just dumped on us, and yeah, that does bug me, as you probably would know, TK, knowing.
Yes, I'm very aware of your penchant for showing, not telling.
Yes. I do think that is the most objective critique I have for this. Most of the critiques I have, like I said, are much more subjective. I think even the cover's really subjective, because I think a lot of furry artists might not like this style, even though I personally love it.
Yeah, I quite like it. I think it's a very good cover.
I mean, it's got even little details in it, like Bass, with the characters there having a little chase with each other.
Yeah.
Which doesn't even happen in the story, come to think of
Having
it.
a little heist. There's a little heist going on.
You can even tell what species they are. At least you can tell which one's the mouse. Because not pointy ears.
Yeah. What, mate?
So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about it. It was an enjoyable read. I'm glad to have got it. I'm glad to look at it. Very glad to look at it.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with Gold's work. This is actually
despite the fact he's been on the show, and you were given one of his books to read to help with the review.
Was I?
Yes.
Which one was it?
The Price of Thorns.
Please remind me. Which one?
The Price of Thorns. I'm pretty sure you should have been given a copy of it anyway. I thought all the cast.
I don't recall being given a copy of it. Are you misremembering?
Nice. Oh, hello. That's not the button. Bing. Pretty sure you're in the. Now he's having to dash into the staff chat stuff.
Hold on, folks. We will get there. Let's read the comments while I say doing that.
Yeah. What's going on? What's going on in the world?
Spicy llama tea.
Oh, I'm in the wrong bloody user account. I'm going, why can't I find the channel with the thing? It's because I need to be in my admin profile.
I remember Carl being on the show, but I
Yeah.
remember beginning everything of this to read.
Yeah, I thought everyone got the homework.
I don't believe I was given that homework. That's on you if that happened.
Whee!
As I was saying, though, it was an enjoyable read enough. I enjoyed it. I'll probably read it again sometime. I don't know exactly when. Probably once I've forgotten all the details of what the plot actually was. That's the ideal time to reread a book, because you don't end up skimming it and you actually pay attention to it with fresher eyes.
Right, what?
Yeah, I liked it. It wasn't the best book of fiction. It wasn't the worst book of fiction. I think you might have the worst book of fiction at the moment.
Right, well, I've just had a look at the Discord. Yes, you did have access to the homework, because you made a comment in the post about it.
I don't remember doing the homework.
Go to the homework topic and go to the very top item.
Okay.
Sorry, we're just having a little domestic live on air, darlings. Just bear with us. For the times. What I will do is, while you're looking that up, is I will start and get the next Jackbox game, kind of the final bit of it done, so that we can cut straight to it when you see that you did have access to the homework after all.
Okay. I wasn't on the show. I'm reading my own comment back. I was asking for a question to be asked on my behalf. So that's why I didn't do the homework, because I didn't need to do the homework.
So, but you were given the homework. The fact that you didn't need to do it because you weren't going to be on the show is irrelevant. You were given the homework.
Yes.
So, nah.
Okay.
Told you had access to it.
We figured it out, folks. We figured it out. I had a day off that day.
You did. And I have got the Jackbox ready. So, I think we should probably cut to it.
Yes, let's cut to it before we have any more feuds.
We don't have feuds. We have just mass debates. And on that note...
We've now reached the audience participation portion of the show. It's game time.
To let us
We have a bit of espionage.
as well as your head size, so we can get a dark sack that properly restricts all vision. Congratulations.
So, go to jackbox.tv again. Enter in your room code of ZYZL.
Believe it.
Zizzle.
Zizzle, yeah.
You
Agent
need an
Hawthorne,
acronym
if you could,
for this
act
one. It's just
naturally and
zizzling.
report to observation. I hear you.
To be honest, I could actually see that being the branding for like a soft drink.
It's true.
Well, I'm going to drink some Zizzle.
To all agents, the break room refrigerator will be cleaned
Zulus
out on
yodel
Friday.
Zulu language.
Please remove all personal items.
I'm not
This
sure
includes
that's
condiments,
valid, but
lunch
I'm using
containers,
it.
And the frozen Hitler brain. Thank you.
Zulu is the NATO word for Z. Trying to think what Y and L are.
Yeah, Yankee and Lima.
Ah, okay. You already know that.
Yes. I've used the phonetic alphabet at work.
For anyone with lingering character traits from our intensive
You know, I was
company
actually thinking
production
of
of
going
a
up
streetcar named
an
Desire,
alternative system.
mandatory
I haven't fully
deprogramming is
invented
at
it,
3, y'all.
but I was wondering how if it would be better.
Yes.
Rather than a word that starts with a letter, a word that shares the same phoneme as the letter's name. So acorn, before, ceiling, like that.
A reminder to all
Okay.
agents, please do not moon the
Do
surveillance
you think that
satellites.
could work in an alternative
It
universe?
upsets Agent Waller.
Probably. I mean, good luck with some of the later level letters.
Yeah, I'm struggling to think of a word that begins with the word Z.
Yeah.
Zedra.
Hey, for the game later, can you pick up some finger food?
Right,
Like
well, we
chips
have
and
the
dip?
5 that we had in the previous game in.
I already did.
No one else is
but
fancying
there was
joining,
only
which
enough
is
for one,
fine.
so I got dipped.
I'm going to press the button.
You got
If you
dip
did want to
without
play,
dips.
you can join the audience
What do we
and
put
take
with
part
dip?
that way.
You said finger food.
Yay for the audience.
Yep, I guess that's... Well, I've played all the Tetris I can stand for the next few days. The only thing left to do? No, not switch to Dr. Mario. Take all the info your government has collected on its citizens and use it to play a little game I like to call... Guespionage. Now let's administer some fun.
How badly can I lose this game?
Who's up first?
Shades is up first.
Sometimes our surveillance cameras capture heinous crimes. What percentage of people have taken home magazines from hospitals or doctor's office waiting rooms? Think carefully. You want to be as close as possible to the actual percentage to
Why
get
would
the
you
most
want to?
points.
They're always so tatty and falling apart.
And they're always out of date.
35%. Okay,
Yeah, they're
everyone
like-
else. Time to guess if the actual
From 3
percentage
years
is
ago that
higher
everyone
or
knows by
lower.
now.
It's like, here's home and gardening from 3 years ago.
I think the one rule I know was to do the Sudoku.
Believe it.
Just one of you is saying higher. Okay, right answer is 23%.
That's
Smarter
not
than
a
I
bad
thought.
guess,
But
Shakes.
I guess how else are you gonna get that rare August '89 issue of Red Book? All right, who said lower? Well,
Points for
done.
us.
You get points. Who's next?
Squeak Thief, you're up.
Okay, computer. What do you have for this one?
I really agree if I got the criminal one.
Phone faking.
What percentage of people have faked receiving phone calls or texts to get out of conversations?
It's a common trope, but how true is it?
And how many people will admit to it on the internet?
%69%.
Nice.
Okay, higher or lower?
Did you pick that number for that number?
I was thinking just maybe 1% difference would be enough. I wasn't actually thinking of the number itself.
I've got to go with my gut.
Only one of you thinks it's higher. And the correct answer is...
Oh, come on!
70%. Only
What,
1% off. That's how you guespionage.
That was really close as well.
That was.
Who got it right? Nice job. I've got some points for you.
Why would you get it exact? I figured why would
Okay,
you get it
who's
exact?
up next?
I hear you.
Admitted, you only went 69
We
because it's a
collected
funny
data
number.
about everything, even this.
No, I was just thinking 1% difference would be somehow important.
What percentage of people keep personal junk food stashes at their places of employment?
Depends what your employment is if you have a desk to stash it in.
We've got a fridge. We don't need to keep stashes and secret junk food.
64%. Everyone else,
Just walking
higher or
into a
lower?
Mars bar.
Yeah.
Believe it.
A lot of people work from home nowadays, but of course this was many years ago
One
in
of
this
you
game.
thinks it's higher.
Higher.
Okay, let's see the right answer. 36%. 36%.
Really?
Wow, that's lower than I thought.
Much lower than I thought. I was the only one who
Let's
thought
see
it'd be
who got it
higher.
right. Well done. You get points.
I thought it'd be somewhere in the 50 mark.
Next up.
Me.
I don't know. How about...
Credit cards. Okay.
What percentage of people regularly pay for things costing less than $1 with credit cards?
How many shops would allow it?
I don't know. See, regular is the kind of point I'm thinking on.
39%. Okay. Higher or lower?
I hear
Can't
you.
go down here, can we?
Looks like an even split.
Ooh, I'll
Okay,
split the room.
let's see the right answer.
Wrong game.
Oh, wow.
3%.
That's
Yeah,
well
I was
lower.
thinking-
Within 30%. So
Yeah, I
no
was thinking
points for you.
most shops wouldn't allow it. They say,
got it
oh, you
right.
got like a £5 limit.
Nice job. I've got some points for you.
Yeah, but this is America.
I guess the only
Okay,
difference would be
who's up
supermarkets because
next?
they're big enough to not care.
Believe it.
Ooh, the president asked us to look this up yesterday. What percentage of coach flyers think it's rude when people seated in front of them recline their seats?
And coach's economy, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, when you're at the back of the plane towards the engines and you end up deaf by the end of your flight.
57%. All right, what do you think?
I hear you.
So probably higher. It's American. Everyone's
One
self-entitled.
person says lower. Now let's get to the right answer.
Oh, wow.
38%. How many times do I have to tell people sit in the bulkhead?
Applies to that point. Because the thing is, everybody does it.
Let's see who got it
So
right.
we all recline in unison.
Here's some points.
Yeah, you're kind of like a Mexican wave.
That's it for round one. Let's take a look at the scores.
I hear you. Believe it.
Wow.
Onward to round two, where
Charleston
things
and
work a little
Shade
differently.
screaming into
I'll
the
get to
lead.
that in a bit. Let's start with you.
Round two.
But seriously,
Oh, I hate April Fools.
what percentage of people have successfully pulled April Fool's pranks? We have an answer. 66%. In round two, you can
Guess
double
another
down
factor
and
for
keep
this
the
one is
guesses
how
off by
minor was the
15% or more. Just pick much higher or much lower. If you're right, you'll earn double the money. If not, you'll
We don't
get
know.
nothing.
Believe it.
The only trouble with going lower is that I've probably got the truth, but they wouldn't admit it
One of
online.
you is saying higher. And Surveil says 68%. 2% off. That'll get you some serious points.
Screwed again by like single figure.
Got
Ah!
it right. Ooh, points for you.
That's my highly
Down.
mature response.
Who's next?
So they picked up, but
You say Adele,
there's a
I
thud on
say
the
Adel.
microphone. Now we're setting
What
parts of
percentage
the
of people have cried while listening to Adele?
Now, is this because they've been emotionally touched by the music, or is it because they wanted to stop?
I don't mind Adele. I'm not a huge fan, but I'll listen once in a while.
You think 83 people have cried while listening to her?
You're almost out of time.
Yeah.
3%. Everyone else, higher or lower?
I'm gonna double down.
Lower across the board.
Uh,
And
everyone's
Surveil
up.
says
Yep.
16%.
Really?
Terrible guess. You need to be within 30% to get points.
You
Let's see who got it right. Smart, yes. Here's your points. And what have we here? Good job. Double points. for saying
Multi-points.
Much lower.
Damn, I did so well in the
Next
first
up.
round.
I hear you.
Let's hope for me yet then.
Let's see, what would be good? How about this? What percentage of people never get popcorn when they go to the movie theater?
Never get it.
Yeah. This is actually a much harder question because they offer so many other concessions now. It's like you can have the hot dogs, or you can have the nachos, or what have you.
58%.
Yeah, for
What
me,
do y'all
usually
think?
the nachos
Higher
and
or lower?
milkshake.
Believe it.
Reminds me, there's a movie on PC on Thursday. I better not forget about it.
So I have to get popcorn. I get a mix of salty and sweet.
Running out of time. It's unanimous again.
double down.
And the correct answer is
Yeah, why is it double down?
15%. And always remember
might
to
catch up
chomp
now,
that
then.
popcorn during moments of expository dialogue. Who got it right? Here's some points. Okay, who's up next? Oh, this is gonna be good.
Oh, crap.
You spent half your life in this nation.
What percentage of people have Googled themselves within the last 3 months?
Oh, I think that's going to be quite low.
Yeah. Back in the day, probably not higher, but
18%.
these days are not
What do y'all
falling
think?
off.
Higher or lower?
Believe it.
Everyone's gone lower so far.
And the correct answer is 28%.
Really?
How else can people know what they've been up to?
Dang. Oh, okay. I'll take an extra 2,000 points.
You all got it wrong. Boo.
Well, that makes up for my previous round.
Next up,
What do you got to find out?
Believe it.
You know yourself.
what should I search for in the old surveillance pro?
Yeah, but it's how
Ooh,
how
I
other
know.
people will see you.
There's a
What
box
percentage of
around
people
that
prefer
shit, my
Predator
movie.
over Alien?
So, what percentage of people are wrong?
I've never seen Predator, so I don't know how they compare. I've seen the first two Alien movies, both brilliant in their own ways.
You're almost out of time.
Even technically, the first Alien movie is actually brilliant.
42%. Everyone pick
Really?
higher or lower.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's 20th Century Fox, but a British subsidiary. It
Yeah.
was filmed mostly in Bristol. Half the cast are Brits.
Okay.
Yeah, technically it's a British movie.
So it's a tricky one, this one.
Hurry up.
Pin my flag to the mast. Oh, you're doubling down.
Sort of risk it.
People are saying lower. Now let's get to the right answer.
I'm crying out loud.
52%. It's the wise choice. You can have a conversation with Predator. You know, sort of. Is this thing broken? No, you were all just wrong. It's time for the final round. We let the computer scour petabytes of data to find the most popular answers to this
Yeah, I
question.
still see Predator sometimes.
What's the most
I've only seen
overused
bits and
phrase
pieces
or
of it.
expression in the workplace? Now
Oh,
let's
crap.
see the answers. You'll need to pick the 3 most popular answers to get points. Good luck!
All of them. All of them are the most overused.
Remember, you can pick 3 answers, not just one. Okay, let's see what you
I
picked.
don't think I've done this, but... Okay.
No one
Okay,
says so
computer,
back.
show us the most popular answers.
Damn it.
What about the top one?
I've got the top one at least.
Who's gonna get the gold star? Who is it, boy? Who is it?
It's not me.
I hear you. Believe it.
It's Shades! Shades does a victory.
My. Seeing this game played like you did really warms
I
my
would've
cockles.
enjoyed it if I
Did you know 76% of people don't even know what cockles are?
Right, let's go look at our averages. So Shades average of 7% off. Charles, an average of 34% off. Oh, there's an average of 23%. That's not too bad. 15 and 35 for Snow's Destiny and Jennifer Pat. Yeah, not too bad. Nay, too bad. But we shall probably head back to the studio lands. So, let us do a V jingle.
You're listening to TigerTails Radio, abusing our internet privileges since 2004.
And there we go. That was your weekly dose of Jackbox. I don't know, we've managed to make it pretty much on time.
Yeah.
I know, check us out now, Big Bad Selves.
I'm going to say my favorite Adele anything is not one of her songs. It's a Q&A she did on Instagram Live, where one person asked her if she was going to collaborate with Peppa Pig, because the reaction to that is priceless.
Was it just no?
I was trying to do an impression. She read like, "Am I going to collaborate with Peppa Pig?" No.
Why
And
not?
then somebody decided to. Someone just some radio station, I forget which one of the British ones, actually got the actress of Peppa Pig to do a voice saying, "I heard that you didn't want to collaborate with me. That made me feel sad. Why don't you want to collaborate with me, Adele?" And Nana did it. She does. Is that the real actress? Yeah, that's the real actress. So then they did like a mashup between the Peppa Pig theme tune and what song was it? I think it was what's that? Someone Like You. Yeah. Complete mess, but it was funny to listen to.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't turn down a collaboration between if get the chance to work with Peppa Pig. You know,
I mean, she showed up at Eurovision for some reason. Remember that?
what? Oh God, yes.
Yeah. We were saying, isn't it all past her bedtime?
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing here? Oh, imagine
And on the school night too.
Imagine Peppa Pig and Bluey in the same place at the same time.
I'm surprised that collaboration hasn't happened yet. But there's now, it's been confirmed that there is a Bluey movie in the works, a theatrical Bluey movie.
Oh my God, Bluey on the big screen.
Yeah. I am so going to turn up to it wearing blue face paint.
You'll look like a Smurf.
Well, with a black nose as well.
Okay. You look like a Smurf with a black nose.
Blue.
It'd be like going like a member of the Blue Man Group.
No, do like the pattern with the spots. Don't know whether to go as Bluey or as Bandit.
Bandit. Definitely Bandit.
Admittedly, Bandit's my favourite character too. I think everybody's favourite character is Bandit.
Do you know, I've not actually seen a single episode of Peppa Pig. Not Peppa Pig, of Bluey.
Do you have Disney Plus?
No, not anymore. I got rid of it when they said no more DuckTales. And I was like, well, no more Disney Plus then. Bye. Oh, and also by the fact you've jacked the price up enormously. Bye.
Fair point, I guess. No, they're all on there. Most of them are on BBC as well, but some of them aren't on there for licensing reasons.
Yeah, mostly because they're on Disney. But yeah, I've never actually sat down and watched a whole episode of Bluey. Which, with the amount of Tom Stankinger I've consumed, you'd be surprised by the fact I've not watched Bluey.
There is actually one episode that is not on Disney Plus because they found it too tasteless. It is on YouTube though.
Tasteless?
Yeah, I forget the episode's name, but they've always banned it wearing like a thing to carry like a baby in.
Oh yeah. And
Bingo pretending that Bandit is pregnant with her.
I see.
And it ends with the scene of Bandit giving birth.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I can see why that might be on Disney Plus.
I don't know. I thought it was quite cute, and also kids are gonna have to learn about pregnancy sometime.
Yeah, that's what Sesame Street's there for.
Do the Muppets give birth?
I don't know if the Muppets do. I remember they did the episode on death when one of the actors died, so they had the character die in universe in Sesame Street.
Yeah, and they had. I remember seeing that clip. I'd never seen Sesame Street start to end, but I do know the clip.
You've never seen Sesame Street?
No, it wasn't really on when I was a kid. I watched Bear in the Big Blue House.
It was a staple of Channel 4. It was on every bloody day that wasn't a weekend.
Oh, I was the sad kid who watched Milkshake when I was younger.
Oh, you watched Channel 5? Oh, crikey.
Yeah.
You've got Channel
Well,
5.
Like I said, Bear in the Big Blue House.
I thought that was BBC.
Nope, Channel 5.
I swear when Bear originally ran, it was on BBC.
The bit I was watching was on Channel 5.
Well, I'm not going to dispute that you watched it on Channel 5, but I think Bear in the Big Blue House was that originally on the BBC? People of the internet, tell me. I need to know these things. I am so sure it originally aired on the BBC, unless I'm thinking of one of the other productions by the same company. Because they had a couple. Because they had... Did they also do Mop Top Shop as well?
I don't know. Let's see. Where did Bear in the Big Blue House
Originally Air UK.
Air in the UK. The show was shown throughout the world, including in the United Kingdom, on Playhouse Disney UK and Channel 5.
Okay. It must have been one of the other shows then.
See?
No, like I said, I didn't dispute you watching it. I'm fairly sure it was on BBC at some point, but I must have been thinking of one of the other shows. Because Jim Henson stuff quite often aired on the BBC. That was Home of the Muppets for a longest time.
I've still never seen the full episode of the Muppets. I ought to. I've got Disney Plus. They're all on there.
Yeah.
All 5 series.
The original Muppets series. They were... Gift Nitro if I dare. No, I don't dare. Discord, go away.
Disney seems to have a sort of love-hate relationship with the Muppets because they do them every now and then they forget they exist.
And Jennifer Back goes, Disney Plus is so expensive, and they had Videotron cable. So during the 90s, they had Nickelodeon, CN, Cartoon Network, etc., etc. Yeah, we never had cable. Both my next door neighbours had cable because I used to live in a terrace, and so I had neighbours either side of me. And oh crikey, old machine is old. But they both had cable, and if they both watched the same channel at the same time, and the weather was just right, I could tune because I had like a little tiny 4-inch black and white TV. It had a cassette player and a radio built into it, so it was like a little portable travel device, which I had in my room, and I could tune it in just the right way. I could actually pick up the latent RF frequencies dangling off their boxes, so I could at least see a kind of a ghostly image. It wasn't really what you could call watch it, but I could actually pick up their kind of electromagnetic interference radio waves, and watch a bit of Sky TV, and it was always some kind of what looked to be a soap opera of some kind. There was lots of humans running around and not particularly looking interesting, so I never thought I was missing much. But
well, yeah, to be honest, I remember seeing Sky at some friends once, and I was thinking to myself, people pay money to watch this?
Yeah, I refuse to get Sky for the simple fact is that you're paying to watch adverts.
And yeah, that's actually a very good point.
Yeah, and it's like, no, this is why I don't mind paying for the BBC, because I don't get advertised at. I won't.
That's the point of it.
Exactly. I pay money, so I don't see adverts. And okay, the fact you've got to pay them anyway just so you can watch the other channels that do have adverts is beside the point. But if I'm paying you money, you should not be showing me adverts. That's how this deal works.
Yeah, for anyone who's not familiar with this in America, we Brits have this weird thing where we have to have a license to watch television.
Yeah. You got a license for that TV, mate.
Well, someone must have done the math to find out how many people watch it without a license.
With the BBC Charter running out in the not too distant future, it'll be interesting to see what the future of the licence fee is. But that's probably straying into Rule 6 territory. So we're going to stop there. But we're going to stop anyway because we've gone past the hour. We have fulfilled our contractual obligation for another week. And like I said at the start of the show, I've done the maths budget and I've worked out when the final episode should be. And so long as we don't take any breaks along the way, episode 52 should fall on the 19th of January.
Okay.
Xavier's birthday.
Ah.
Yeah,
okay.
we end the show on Xavier's birthday. I can imagine.
Now everyone knows how to steal his data.
No, because Xavier's not his real name. But also, I can imagine Xavier's probably not going to be on the show at that time.
Quite possibly.
I think he might be a little bit busy. So, yeah, that'll be interesting to see how the season ends. We may not see the season with Xavier amongst us, but we shall find out when it gets a bit closer to the time.
You got me curious now. When's my next birthday? What date is it? It's not till June.
I was going to say, when's your next birthday? You mean you don't know? Surely it falls on
Well,
the same day every year.
Ooh. My birthday in 2026 will be a Monday.
Oh, cool.
I might have my birthday on the show if it's back on by then.
Yay! I should hope so.
All right. I'll look forward to that.
I'm going to say, because it's only what? January, February, March, April. Yeah. We'll probably be... Because you're more kind of... What month is your birthday?
June.
It is June. Yeah, good. I was right. How long would the break be? I'm thinking probably it's... Well, we typically break for about 3 months, unless I have a disastrous technical difficulty, and then it's longer. But it's typically kind of 2.5, 3 months. Because that gives me time to pull the studio apart a bit, replace any wires that have fallen apart and broken, and, things like that. And just basically a bit of a spruce up of the technology. I actually did a kind of a mid-season refresh a few weeks ago, and I had to rejig the audio equipment around a bit because my router now also sits in the rack where everything sits. April Fool's start, if that falls on a Monday, possibly. I actually remember my very first London Fur Meet fell on April Fool's Day of the year 2000.
April Fool's Day is on a Wednesday. You're safe.
Okay, yeah, okay. No April Fool's start then. No. Either the week before or the week after, probably, possibly, or maybe mid-April. We shall see how the technology fixing goes. If it all goes disastrously wrong, then it'll be a bit later. And we'll also have to see about other things as well.
But that's to find out much, much later down the line.
Yeah, that's 2026 territory. We haven't even had Halloween yet. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. But yeah, at least we know roughly when the show will end, give or take. So on that note, it is time to say goodbye from Mr. Charleston.
Goodbye.
And it is time to say goodbye from myself, TK. Thank you very much for watching and or listening to this episode of TigerTails Radio. We will be back next week, maybe with a bit more of a full cast, depending on if Hedge is recovered and if Xavier is around. So watch this space. You never know what you might find. Well, actually, you might find an episode of TigerTails Radio, but not until next Monday at 8:30 UK time. Don't forget, clocks go back this Sunday. So if you're not in the UK and you're trying to schedule your timings for the show, we'll be back in GMT. BST will end. So be ready for that. But on that note, it's time to say night-night, everybody. Night-night.
Night-night.